Karen. Hope everybody's had a great week. Today I'm here to talk about some balance exercises that you can do to improve and work on your balance. Just like other things, strength training, cardiovascular training, flexibility training, it's always a good idea to work some balance exercises into your week. Probably doing them at least 3 times a week. If it's something that you struggle with, you probably want to do that a few more times. All right, so let's get started with the first exercise. So the first exercise we're going to start with is a simple toe raise. I would like you to do these exercises without your shoes on. Even take your socks off. That way we'll be able to really feel those muscles in our feet working, and it'll allow us to really work on our balance a little bit more. If you have a medical condition where you really need to wear your shoes for support, by all means definitely do the exercises with your shoes on. I'm going to start off. If you have a chair, I'd actually put that next to you. You can use a wall, a ledge, you can use it in the kitchen, whatever works for you. And what I want you to think about first is lining up your feet. Bring your feet underneath your hips. Your toes should be pointing forward. If you find your feet start to splay a little bit outwards and your feet are pointing off, to the sides more in a V, try to focus on bringing them in, but then maintaining your legs straight. So your legs should still be straight as you bring those feet in. Okay, so let's get started. And what we're going to do, go up all the way up on your toes as high as you can go and come on down. Again, we're going to go all the way up and come on down. Really just getting that balance warmed up. If you're feeling comfortable, try resting a couple of fingers on the chair. And if you're feeling super comfortable, you can put your hands down and focus on going all the way up and coming down nice and slow and controlled. One. Okay, so our next exercise is going to be sit stands. We're going to start off this one. We're actually going to do a slight modification, and then we're going to go into the full sit and stand. So your feet should be about shoulder width apart. And what I want you to do, you're going to hinge at your hips. You're going to sit back down just a little bit, like you were going to go sit in a chair. Come back up. Okay, so that back is nice and straight. Just lower yourself down just to drop. Push back up. Feeling comfortable and confident with these, do a few more. And then our next progression, what we're going to do is we're just going to sink all the way down to the chair. Come all the way down. Push up. All the way down. Slow and controlled. Push up. So if that's a little bit too difficult for you to do, there's a few things that you can do. Try a little bit of a staggered stance where you might bring one leg closer to the chair and bring the other leg out in front. Again, we're going to lower ourselves down and push up. Down, push up. Then be sure to change feet. If you feel like you're a little bit too out of control on the way down when you're lowering yourself, by all means, definitely put your hands on the chair. And then as you're trying to stand up though, try to take those hands off that chair. See if you can really drive right through the feet and stand up straight. If it's still too difficult, keep your hands on the side of the chair. Give yourself a gentle push. The idea is to rely less on the hand strength and start building up that leg strength so you can go from sitting to standing. Do a single leg balance exercise. Again, you can have your chair handy for additional support if you need to do that. And what we're going to do, we're going to focus on lifting up one leg, balancing all that weight on one foot. Again, if you need to hang on to the chair, please do so. I also want you to watch and make sure that that hip hasn't shifted out to the side. Make sure you're standing up nice and straight right through the middle. Good. Again, hold on to that chair if you need to. Great. Now try the same thing on the other foot. This time, if this is actually feeling really easy for you, I want you to do is just change your field of vision. So all that's going to involve is just a slow head turn to the right and bring it back center and to the left and come back to the center. You can see your balance really relies a lot upon your sense of vision. Another modification would be if this is still feeling too easy, Again, you can take a break for a second. Your next modification would be actually to close your eyes while you're doing some balance work. So we're going to do that one more time, only if you feel comfortable. Again, you can have your chair nearby for support. Again, close those eyes. And that's just another way to keep making your balance work just a little bit more challenging. So we have one more exercise that we're going to work on, and we're going to do this a couple of different ways. So it's basically going to be heel to toe walking. So I want you to think about, put one foot in front of the other. Picture a straight line on your floor. Sometimes it's easier, it's definitely much easier, and it should be preferable if you can do your balance work on a hard floor in a kitchen or another floor if you have laminate flooring or wood flooring somewhere in your house. Then we're going to go backwards. Same thing. One foot right behind the other. Great. Go for as far as you can. I'm trying to do at least 13 steps if you have that much space. And then the next thing that we're going to work on is just simply the same thing, and we're going to look to one side. One in front of the other. Now we're going to go back. Great. So make sure you're doing both feet forwards and backwards. Balance is really, really important. It should be done several times a week. So make sure you practice those balance skills. The stronger your core muscles are, the easier the balance work gets. So be sure that you're doing strength training exercises as well a couple of days a week. All right, I hope everybody has a great week, and we'll see you next week. We hope you enjoyed today's balance video. If you have any questions or comments,